think we got it working, guys. What's up, Legend? Thanks, man. You talking about the Blue Texas? We'll give it a 10-15 minutes here, guys, see if anybody shows up, and if we can, you know, people are free enough to have some conversation here on Cichlids. If not, we'll shut it down. But I just had some free time on my Sunday. Hey, Ray. Yeah, Ray, I got it to work this time. I don't know what happened last time, but I couldn't see anything. And it was showing me rather than my fish, so something was messed up. Let's go in here. A first look. All glare, but I separated some couple of the Blue Texas pairs from that community tank. And then here's one, probably my second favorite pair right here. And then my favorite pair is on the left, right here. Let's see if we can get it. I think a male has some really nice potential. We'll see. Again, I think they take down the quality for the go live videos, but I'll have to do an update on these guys. I got garage doors open, back door open, so we'll get some glare, but it's kind of hot today. So just chilling in the garage with getting the breeze going. Drinking a coffee, early afternoon coffee. And again, in case you guys aren't familiar with the live video format, there is no format basically, so I'm just hanging out here, and I like to, you know, have a little chat with everyone here and talk about cichlids. You know, if you guys want to see something or talk about anything, ask anything, feel free. No format whatsoever, so you can go to any of my tanks in this garage here if you want to see them. Ray asked when I'm going to put the monthly fish room update. You know, actually, I was either going to record it today or do a live video today. I decided to do the live video. I'll probably do it in a week, maybe film it in a week. I just actually had a busy week posting. I think I posted three update videos on different fish. So you know, we'll definitely cover those in there as well. But yeah, I thought wait a week or so for the monthly update, July. Now, if you want to see something funny, I was at Home Depot, the place where you go buy various stuff for your tanks, you know, and I bought these black, I thought they were kind of like a PVC tube things. You can kind of see it up here. I bought this long tube for hiding places, and after I cut them all up and all the sections, and you see them up here, they don't sink, they float. So only sink. I'm no expert on this Home Depot stuff and the plumbing stuff, so I didn't know. Anyways, they float. So in case you guys are wondering, and they're also kind of cool because I bought this little floating wood thing a while ago. It you know looks like a hollow log, and the whole purpose of that is for fish to hide up while it floats at the top. So, you know, maybe this could be useful in some cases, you know, hiding places on the bottom of the tank and then some at the top. So anyways, FYI, thought it was funny. Eric, what's up, bro? Eric finally made it to 1 in his busy schedule. In case, I always try to, you know, make this live video in the group, everybody who comes in this group, kind of like a, you know, everybody talking to everybody, networking and whatnot. And in case you guys don't know, Eric here, who's joined us, he's an importer of some cichlids and other stuff, and I've gotten some really nice stuff from him. All of my Rio Gaius Feste came from him. Does a really good job importing, breeding, keeping fish. So yeah, make contact with him if you guys are interested in some nice wild caught fish. He brings them in throughout the year. If he wants to comment on what's coming next, I'll let him do that. Although I think I know what's coming, but just an FYI. Hey Thomas, how you doing, man? Thank you. Yeah, the Blue Texas are definitely a cichlid that is just, you know, I think I refer to them as kind of plug and play. They just color up at such a small size. I think almost like 1.5 inches. You see blues on them, and you know, some species you're sitting there for, God, you know, years to just get them to color up and look nice. I think the Japhirums are one prime example with how slow and long it takes for them to actually start looking really good. You know, 3-4 years it took me. But anyways, these Carpentis, you get, you know, 1 inch fry, and I have some available, I think 0.75 inch to 1 inch. They'll color up for you in probably a month or so. Start coloring up, that is. And then, of course, these ones that you guys are seeing are, I think, around 2.5 years old. But the blues are amazing to watch. Great species to keep, guys. And if you notice, they are doing somewhat successful in pairs right now. I've always talked about how I hate doing the species in pairs. I failed so many times with females just getting killed. But after I introduced the Depi, which we can go check them out here in a second, I introduced the Depi to the Blue Texas community, and it just turned upside down. Obviously, I knew there was a chance of that, but the Depi took over, and so you know, I didn't want my best male, maybe my top 2 males, to start getting destroyed by the Depi, so I removed them. And we're trying them out here in a divided 150 gallon right now, so see how that goes. Let me know if you want to see something else. Don't be shy. Anyone in here? Ask questions. I don't even care. If you want to see something, tell me. Think my videos suck, tell me that too. I'm sure a lot of people do. Yeah, Eric, thank you. I definitely like Escondido, Carpentis. You know, I'm keeping them right now. I've kept a few other, I think I've kept Rio Hondas before. I think they're beautiful as well. Color-wise, very similar. I think the pattern is different slightly. And, you know, maybe I just haven't seen enough Rio Hondas, but I think the Escondidos, from what I've seen, to get more of a taller profile, more of that nuchal hump, but I could be totally wrong. I'm sure there's plenty of examples of that in Rio Hondas, but yeah, I'm enjoying what I got right now. Yeah, Eric also has the Deppy. I'm not sure if he's selling any of those right now, but I'm excited to see how you grow those out, man. I think you're gonna love. I mean, you probably kept the species in the past, but this is the first time for me. Deppy are just, oh man, they surprised me. I didn't think they would color up that nicely, especially that soon in my tanks. I don't know if you guys saw my last video a couple days ago. It was on the Deppy, so go check that out. I think if you like the Carpentis, you'll probably like the Deppy. Not quite as blue, but very close, and different species, obviously. But let's see. Thomas wants to see the Trimax. You ask, you shall receive. Here we go. Let's go around my dirty garage here, and we're gonna see if we can see anything. As you guys can tell, the garage is wide open, so we'll see if we can get in here close enough to see the Trimax. I can't even fit here. All right. Let me adjust this tripod, guys. See if this male comes up a little bit more. So obviously more glare in this tank, Thomas, but this male over here, hey guys, yet another fish I got from Eric on here. So I'm telling you, he's a really valuable resource to have if you guys if you guys like to get new species, different species, quality fish. Maybe Eric can put his email out here in case anybody's interested. But these Trimax came from him. I think they're off of, correct me if I'm wrong, Eric, an old Jeff Rapp's wild-caught Rio Naranjo pair. But this male over here on the left definitely is going to be my keeper, Eric. I don't think I told you. I think his pattern, he's got that little teardrop thing on both sides. I think that's got me sold. I'm just hoping his profile comes in nicely. Yeah, I like him. He's got his female who's terrorizing fish in the Carpentis tank right now, even though she's small. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with him. Someone recently is going to acquire female in this pair right here. For whatever I really wanted that female. And this male right here, who's a little bit bigger male, has a nicer profile right now. I will probably be holding, yeah, he's guarding something. You know, they had about, I didn't even show it, they had about 600 fry recently, and that happens every 2 weeks, and I didn't even show it, and then they're gone within a week, because there's an aqua clear 110 on here. I don't bother turning it off, you know. And then the other male's on the left side. So anyways, they might have eggs in this pot that they moved around. I don't know. They're just crazy breeder. Let's go back to some questions. Ray, what are your favorite cichlid in your fish room right now? You know, I think by the amount that I keep, obviously Feste has been my favorite for a long time now. I think about 25-30% of my tanks are filled with Feste, whether it be, you know, I got 3 wild-caught breeders, pairs, extra wild-caught parents. I also have 5 batches of F1 fry. So, you know, Feste is the easy answer, but, you know, what's the newest thing? You know, sometimes the newest fish is always the one that you're most excited about. And honestly, those new Cribro Heroes Altafron small right now, I wanted those for a long time. So I probably watch that tank the most every night, every morning, you know, during feeding especially. But also the Deppy are really impressing me, and I'm going to show you what's up with the Deppy right now. I think there's a spawn in the pot, and they're guarding that pot. So I'll try to get some footage of that and post it up if I can. But yeah, as far as the newer stuff, the Altafrons and the Deppy are my favorite. And as far as the overall, what I've kept for a long time and what I keep the most of, definitely Feste. So. Eric, can't wait to get you those Geophagus mirabilis. So I guess Eric is announcing what he's bringing in, guys. The Geophagus mirabilis, which is pretty cool, you know. And I know Eric wants me to keep some of those things. I'm just, like I told, you guys could probably see, it's just crazy in here. I can't even put my fry anywhere that are in breeder boxes. It's just really packed, and I haven't been able to find my monster tank either. My first of my tuned monster tanks, the 300 gallon. So I hope I can do something, Eric, but we'll see. Eric, yeah, Rio Bobos, Deppy. So, oh, Thomas, you like the male on the left? Out of the Trimex? Yeah, the male on the left I'm definitely keeping. The male on the right I'm going to keep for a little bit, but I think I will be moving him. This is only a 90 gallon, and as of right now, I don't know that I can move him to a bigger, I don't know that I'll have a larger tank to give him. So, you know, there's only so big. I want these 2 males to be in here divided. Of course, as long as I can keep the water clean enough, but then space restrictions too. So it's just a matter of time, but I will be moving that male on the right eventually, since I'm keeping the other one. And then maybe I'll try to get a male from my fry. I always like to have the divided, at least a male on the other side, to help them, you know, focus their attention, especially if they got their female in with them. Takes, you know, some of the aggression off the female, and they'll target the other fish. So we'll see, but wish I could keep them all. But as we all know, I think we all have a limited amount of tanks. What's next, guys? Who wants to see something else? Yeah, Thomas, just get in touch with me if you can, or leave your email or email me or something. Try to remember, and I apologize, not just in advance, but to everyone. You know, this is not bragging at all, but so many of the fish get so many inquiries that just say they want this when it's ready, or when I decide to move it, then let me know. And it's just, man, if I were to keep a list like that, it just keep growing, and it would be on so many species and so many fish. It'd just be so time consuming to keep track of that. So Thomas, you got to stay on top of me, if anything. It's hard enough for me to keep that stuff straight. So let's move over here, since no one's requested anything. See if we can show these guys. I don't know if you guys saw my new species, but I got some Panamensis and some Maculopinus in here, and out of the 5 Panamensis, I already lost one. So, you know, I was warned. It's not a surprise. I think they are a sensitive species, so I was kind of expecting that. What can you do? There's still 4 doing okay. It looks like they're okay, but so did the other one. So I have no idea how to keep some of these really delicate, sensitive species. I just am not good at, you know. I don't know if anybody's tried yellow labradins, Herichthys labradins, and man, I fell flat on my face when I tried to keep those things. I think I had 12, 15 of them, 2-inchers, all bloated less than a month. Eric knows that story. And that was just devastating, you know, because you're so excited about a species, and they are just gone. Not just the money. It wasn't cheap, but hate losing fish, you know, especially fish that you've never kept before and you're excited to keep. So we'll see what happens to these Panamensis. I'm you know, no high expectations. These Maculopinus I'm really looking forward to. I've seen the parents, and they get a lot of red. I know Eric is you know, talked about bringing in mixed deco and other stuff, and I'm not sure. I don't know a whole lot about these enough to know a lot of the differences. I mean, it looks so subtly, you know, close in appearance, but anyways, we'll see how these guys turn out. Let's see, anything else in here? Eric said, what's on your bucket list or next breeding project? Gosh, breeding project. You know, I think everybody knows I try to play it a little on the safe side. I'm a little more conservative with the species I get. I hate like I just said, I hate trying something new that might be sensitive and falling flat on your face, and you lose all of them. And you know what? I think I've been very fortunate this last year, very, very lucky. You know, to get all the spawns that I've received from all the existing fish. I think a lot of them, many people would say they're easy to breed. Trimax especially. I mean, Trimax, gosh, especially these guys. In the short time I've had these, I don't know if it's been 4, 5, 6 months. If I had to guess, it'd probably be 15 to 20 spawns. And I only have 1 pair together at any given time because I'm just alternating. These guys are just the easiest cichlid I've ever had to breed when combined with how much fry they have. So, yeah, and then all the other stuff, the Feste started coming around. Everything just came together, and I think the proof is I'm just completely overstocked I've got my breeder boxes almost full capacity at all times. I got live baby brine shrimp hatching continuously for probably a year now, and shoot, I was never even close to doing that in the past. I would just hatch the baby brine when I was fortunate enough to get a batch of fry on something, and then I'd go from there, and then I'd stop hatching the brine shrimp, and then it would be dormant. The hatchery would not be in use for a month or two or whatever until the next batch. It's been nonstop. Maybe my tanks have been a little bit warmer than I should have had them during the winter and allowed for more spawning, but no, I think I've been really lucky this past year. So, really lucky. So, Eric, to answer your question, what's next on the breeding project list? It's not really anything that I keep now. I guess I could say the Altafrons, I really want to breed them, but they're small. So, that's something of the future. Besides them, what haven't I bred from the fish I have right now? I guess the Alfari would be interesting, but it's not a bucket list fish. So, Eric, it would be something that I don't have that I would want to get and breed, not something that I have and I haven't bred yet. So, I'm definitely fortunate there. Thomas, I will, trust me. Okay, you're gonna, yeah, remind me, buddy, on the Trimac. Golden fish tank, what are you feeding them? I'm guessing you're referring to the Trimacs right now. These Trimacs, they're not from my experience, and I think other people can weigh in, they're not a fish that requires a very strict diet. So I fed them kind of what I feed the majority of my fish, which is otohini. It's a very high in fat content, but these guys just destroy it. I've also started working in some massivore, and I'm probably gonna try to get a bunch of my fish into Northfin Jumbo. I'm trying to get a little bit away from the high fat of the otohini. To just see if it does produces any different results. Otohini is just like 14% fat content. So, I have been using that for a long time, and almost 80-90% of my fish love that, do fine on it. But a lot of the new fish I've been getting recently, learning from buddies, like the Cribro Heroes, especially the Panamensis. Stuff like that, I guess they require kind of a veggie diet more. So I've been feeding a lot more Northfin veggie for those maybe sensitive species. So yeah, but these big hardy ones, definitely the otohini I've been going with. It's just hard to beat that for the price, if anybody has experience buying that. So. Only thing that sucks is I'm stuck with 2 years of supply every time I buy it, because you can't buy it in small quantities. Do you still have your Viejas? Yeah, Thomas, I have the one big male Sinspillum left, and he's with the Alfari. So let's go over there. See if we can get in on him. I'm rolling around in this chair right now while I carry my coffee at the same time. Oh, God, you got to see my face. Sorry, guys. You know what? I'm going to have to take this out of the tripod so I can get closer for you guys. Let's see. There you go. There's the last of the Sinspillum that I kept. And I think it's working pretty good. What I thought would be the case. The Sinspillum he's not aggressive towards the Alfari at all. And that's kind of what I wanted. I did not want him to pair up with a female, and so I didn't keep any other females or any other Cinspillum, and I wanted to kind of showcase the Alfari and possibly, I think they're looking great. I don't know how these guys are looking from where you guys are seeing them, but I think those Alfari are pretty fish. These Cribro Heroes, all somewhat new to me, and I'm loving them. Now, if I can get some good video with the lights on, that would be great. I know these Alfari show well during the natural light, but yeah, I like them. So let me put this back in the tripod, guys, and then so I can read the comments. I can't hold this and read comments at the same time. All right. Let's go to a different tank so there's less glare. Yeah, you probably can't see anything, but this is the Stahlsbergie. And of course, this thing. Tripod malfunction. Sorry, guys. Famous Lee. You interested in breeding gold Jack Dempseys? No, I haven't actually, to be honest. I've never kept a Jack Dempsey. I don't even think I've had one in my fish room because sometimes I'll just get randoms here and there. But no, I think they're beautiful. I just, like so many species, they're just, you can't have them all, and they're not prioritized near the top of my list where I would, get them next or anything. But I think they're very pretty. I'm not sure if you breed them or what, but goldfish tanks, the Northern veggie is good food. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the ingredients on there, it's top notch. You definitely pay the price, but I think everybody would agree, for your fish, it's worth it. Oh, thanks, Thomas. Yeah, that Cinspillum is a big guy and very gentle, it appears, at least with the Alfari. So I like him in the tank right now. Oh God, you guys have to see my reflection here. I apologize. Thomas, thank you, Thomas. At least Thomas is asking a lot of questions. I love that. What is your biggest fish? Huh. Oh, that's pretty easy. Let's get out of this real quick here. Or maybe I'll just lower you guys here. Here's the biggest fish. Well, first of all, anybody know what it is? Would have to be someone who follows the channel pretty closely. Before I move to it, what is the biggest fish in here? Thomas was asking. Biggest fish in my fish room right now. We'll give you a hint. It's a male. He's 12 inches. And, for cichlids, that's not really huge, but for the species, it's, I don't know that they get much bigger. No one. The biggest guy in the tank, or biggest guy in the hole. Let's adjust it for you guys. All right. Should I get a light? Let's see. Got this little portable LED thing going on. All right. This is the biggest and the most aggressive, biggest pain in the butt fish I have, because he hates everything, I guess, except for his female. He does not. If I go in the tank right now, he'll bite the crap in my hand, and I'll be bleeding. But destroys these sponge filters. Just kind of, takes them apart in half, and it's just a pain in the ass fish. Even the female's aggressive. You know, they actually just had she laid a ton of eggs on the floor, and looks like they weren't fertilized. I've talked about this pair before where they took them a while to get going with the spawning, and then once they did, they were just doing it all the time. Then I moved them from this tank up to a top tank. Then I moved him back, and looks like he's back to his old ways of, you know, not fertilizing the eggs. And so not that it matters to me. I have a batch of their fry growing out. So, but anyway, that's the biggest fish in the tank, or in this whole fish room. So I don't keep umbies, I don't keep you know, dovi, I don't keep a lot of the big fish here. So he is at the top right now. Golden Fish Tank said, what type of lighting do you use on your tanks? I mean, this one right here is a little, you know, rechargeable LED, what I use for the bottom tanks just to see. It's not for viewing so much. But all my top tanks, I'm using, I think most of them are the Fluval, what is it called? The Aqua Skies. And I also have some Beamswork LEDs. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I think I used to have some of the other types of cheaper LEDs like Necrews and, man, I don't know, other various things, but those just, most of them broke or burnt out, and, you know, got rid of them. But I like the Fluvals. They seem to work well, and not super expensive. So, you know, you get them. Well, you used to be able to get them at PetSmart with coupons and sales, and just stack all these discounts, and it's super cheap. So, yeah, Ray, Freddy, or what they call it now is the multifasciatus. So, yes. Oh. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this Freddy's kind of, I think he's unique. He's always been like this. And I've had other Freddies in pairs with fry, and they were skittish, extremely skittish. Go hide, and that's kind of how my motas were. You know, the Parachromis motaguensis, Rectiter motas. So I don't know. He's just, I think he's very unique fish, but maybe when they get this big, they're all like this. Who knows? My motas were never like this. Mean to other fish, but scared of me. Wouldn't even come close when I get into the tank. So. All right, what's next? Who wants to see something? Ray, what do you want to see next? Or Thomas? Thomas is asking a lot of questions. Or Golden Fish Tank. Go check out anything. I do have some other fish in here. Carpentis. All right. Well, we started off looking at the divided pair that I just recently put in together. Let's go up. Let's go up. All right. There we go. And let's adjust. So we started off looking at this pair. I was mentioning that I divided two pairs. Once the Deppy in the community, Carpentis community tank. Once I introduced the Deppy, it wasn't going too great. The Deppy are the dominant fish for sure, and they were fighting Carpentis with fry, guarding their fry and not backing down. And I guess I would say they were winning the battle. So I didn't want to let that go on too long. And you know, I love this species, so I removed kind of my two biggest pairs, nicest males. I guess I would say. Maybe there's some nicer ones in there, but yeah, here they are. I like the male on the left. I think he's probably my favorite. I don't know. What do you guys think? Male on the right better? It's hard to tell. You know, and I'm not one of those experts on patterns and you know, the fins and all that stuff that makes a fish, you know, what do they call it? Masterpiece or whatever. But I just know I keep fish that I like, you know, what I look for. So hopefully they'll get a little bigger. I know they've been right around that probably 8-9 inch range, the males, for a long time. And I don't know if the species gets a whole lot bigger, maybe 10-11 inches, but yeah, I like that, the male on the left. So Andrew D'Angelo, what's up, man? Just joined. How are the Trimax? Andrew, Trimax are doing good. We just actually looked at them. I'll go back to them here in a second. We had a request to go look at the Carpentis. Oh, Ray wants to see the geos. So we're gonna go in order here because I have the geo tank right here to my right. I'm guessing you're referring to the Braziliensis, but we'll check out the Braziliensis, then we'll go look at the Trimax, and then let's get around to the Depi in the other Carpentis community tank. You'll see the all the fun stuff that's going on in there. It's with the female Trimac just going crazy, you know. I think I mentioned all that stuff in my last video on the Depi with the Carpentis. There's just this crazy female Trimac in there who just wants that male Depi so bad, and she hates the female Depi because you could tell that, you know, he's more inclined to her, you know, and it's pretty funny to watch that drama TV show happening. But yeah, and the Carpentis are all on the right side of the tank over there, so it's pretty fun. All right, give me 1 second. Okay, let's see if we can get in here close on the Braziliensis. Yeah, okay. I want to get in here close because this tank, since it's actually facing the garage door exit, it kind of makes it hard to see. Let's see. So there is the male Braziliensis, and he is definitely my favorite out of the group. I probably sound like a broken record repeating that over and over, but he's my favorite. And if I had to bet, there's probably a female in this pot. Oh, maybe not. There's usually a female in there, and she usually has eggs or fry or something. But look at that guy, his nuchal hump. Man, this is a species that I never really noticed before until last year. I just set my mind on it, and I had to get him. So I think I'm going to put this guy out in the pond in maybe October, November. I want to get this guy cooled down a little bit. He's been nonstop inside my garage, which doesn't get lower than like 73 during the winter. So I want to get him and a few others out there for the winter. And then I'll bring in that pair from outside and I'll put them in here. And that male outside is looking pretty close. He doesn't have quite the nuchal hump. But yeah, they're all looking good. It's a great species. I don't know if anybody's kept them, but they're super hardy and they take cold water in 40 degrees water temp over the winter outside in my pond, which, you know, has very limited filtration. It's got 2 sponge filters and they only operate off of solar, these tiny solar panel things, air pumps that I got on Amazon, and they only work now while the sun is on them. And so the oxygen is not pumping most of the time in those tanks. If it's cloudy for a week, they won't get oxygen in there, and they're incredibly hardy. I've done the True Texas out there, and they did it well for years, and then I moved past them, and then I even have some Gymnogeophagus out there right now, and they seem to be doing well. So anyways, let's see. JT said definitely male on the left. He's taller. Yeah, that's probably the Carpentis you're referring to. Yeah, I like that guy more. Golden said, but like the one on the left, but both are nice. Thank you, man. So I want to see the Trimax real quick. Why don't we do that, and then we'll work our way to the Deppy tank. Rolling around again, guys. Oh. Flaring up at each other. That's kind of the divider thing. Gets the males to focus their attention on the other male rather than their own female. I use that a lot. I think everybody who watches the channel, especially for the fest day. So here are the Trimax. I forget who requested to see them right now, but let's get this down here. Put it back in the tripod, guys. There we go. Yeah, they're doing good. And like I said earlier, the male on the left is going to be my keeper, and the male on the right will eventually go. But I want to keep them, you know, divided with this other male for as long as I can until they're just too big for the tank. So, which may happen soon. So, we'll see. I don't think I need to be breeding these guys too much. I just kind of do it because it's fun to watch. But I don't keep any of the fry anymore. I got one batch of fry that I'm looking at down below. That's probably 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch maybe, and they've been available. They're just killing off the smaller ones day by day. So if you guys want Trimac fry, I definitely don't have any shortage of that, so hit me up. But what's next, guys? Anything you want to see? Wish I could see a list of who is in this chat at the current time. I don't know how to do that. This is not very user-friendly, but I can see your comments, but thanks, Andrew. Yeah, I'm enjoying the Trimax. I mean, how can you not? They're just stunning species. And they're hardy, and they, man, not a sensitive species, diet-wise, or, you know, they'll suffer from crazy infections or, you know, this and that. So I like them. I highly recommend them. Oh, Alex wanted to see the Feste. Okay, well, we'll go there. Let's go there, guys. We haven't seen those yet. Go around. All right, let's get the... Try to get me out of the glare. Let's see how we're gonna see them best. Not that. I think I might have to take this off the tripod. Let's do it that way. Help you guys out. So this is the male number 2. I think someone else asked what. Yeah, JT said, "What all do you have available?" So we'll start with these guys since we're watching them. This is pair number 2, wild caught pair number 2. I only refer to them as pair number 2 because the male is the second largest male that I have. So I have 3 of these wild caught pairs, all from Rio Gaius. And this female, just for reference, she's guarding one of her batches of fry right now, which are in the breeder box, and she can see them, so she's still going to be, she just hangs out up here and kind of guards them. Male number 2, and their fry is available. I think their fry is about 3/4 of an inch plus, around there. F1s, Rio Gaius. And bigger ones, actually, I have from pair number 3. Well, let's just go straight over there. Females hiding in the corner, but you can see they have some new fry in here. Oh, there she is. So they have some new fry in here, but they were the first pair to spawn. And so I actually have some of their fry that are like 1.5 to 2 inches. Maybe even slightly bigger. Those have been available, but there's only like, I believe like 20 left. They didn't have a big spawn. I think they probably only had 35, 40 to start with. So theirs are available, and they're pair number 3. Here's the male, smallest male, wild-caught male that I keep, but I really like his barring, coloration. And I have him divided now because he started going after the female a little bit. Getting hard on her. And anyways, their fry's available, so you could actually get F1s unrelated from 2 different wild caught pairs if you guys are interested, and get your unrelated F1 pair. I know that's really important to some people, breeders and whatnot, but you let me know. I think all of these wild caughts I kept have really good bars, I would say. That's my opinion. And so I think you can't go wrong with starting out with either of these batches. Pair number 1, you can see the male's butt sticking out. This guy is just the shyest of the group, but he has more of what I like in a male. He's got that taller profile. You could see his barring is just, man, it's hard to beat that, I think. I haven't had bars on especially a wild-caught male that look that good, in my opinion. And then there's a couple there's actually 3 females in here. One's hiding back there, who he's hanging out with. The other one's in here. I'm not going to be able to get in there, am I? I don't know if it's showing her. She's actually got fry in there in the pot, but with how her fry is, I was going to siphon them out, and it's just mixed with gravel. It's just pain in the butt. Plus, I kind of have too much Feste right now. So anyways, yeah, it's hard to see her. Feste are doing good, guys. Oh, there she came out a little bit. She comes out and just, she goes at it with the other big Feste female. So, The Festae are doing good. More of a shy species, so I got these garage doors open and they're more likely to hide. So, anyways, this female's not shy because she's guarding her fry right now, so. Yeah, she does not like being this close to her fry. Male either. Their colors they don't show very well during the garage, the natural light for whatever reason. I think they look better during night with tank lights on. So, let's see, Festae. What all do you have available? Oh, JT, sorry to finish answering your question. So obviously the Festae fry from 2 and actually it's going to be pair number 1's fry. I might move some of them as well. So basically Festae from three different wild caught pairs. You can get unrelated F1s from 3 different bloodlines. So I have those. I also have Carpentis fry, Blue Texas from right around 0.75 inches to maybe an inch. There's some that are that big in there, I think. The Freddies, I think the batch is gone. I'll be able to confirm after I ship out tomorrow. I have some to ship out. I think theirs are gone, but there's another batch that's growing out. So Freddies will be available. Stalsbergie. Maybe a look at the Stalsbergie here. These guys also are very shy species. Stalsbergie hiding, especially with the garage doors open. So anyways, these wild-caught group is doing well. They breed pretty well, but they also hide really well. And their fry is available, 0.75 inches plus. Also got a little smaller batch from the last one out here, but these guys are smaller. So Stalsbergie, let me think. Braziliensis, of course. I have their fry probably 0.75 to an inch. I think there's even one in there that's like an inch and a quarter, inch and a half. I don't know. But let's see, Trimec fry. They're a little bit smaller, 0.75 inches. And then I think there's like 4 or 5 Moda fry left in one of my tanks. Oh, and Islanum. I have some F2 Islanum, red Islanum fry, up to an inch, I think. Those are available too. So let me know. I'm gonna put this back here. Let's go around to the other side, guys. All right. The Deppy pair. You guys are seeing it first before I even make my update video. This female is in breeding coloration, breeding dress, and she's got that black mask. It looks awesome. Well, not mask, but the throat and the underbelly part. The male's not in breeding dress really, I don't think, but the female definitely is. So, man, I love this. I love this species so far. And in about a day or two, I think I'll probably check out the pot. Because like I said, I do want to successfully get fry from them once. I didn't think it would come this quick, but yeah. Grow out some fried Deppy and maybe get some of you guys interested in the species. It's not really the most popular species out there, but I think they look beautiful. So you guys let me know on those what you think. Eric says, which species are you most partial to? I mean, obviously, Eric, you know us, we're both Feste guys. I love the Feste, man. And it's been like that for a while. So the most attention, the most tank space and time devoted to Feste projects, it's hard to say anything else, right? So, you know, I really like the Umby thing I did back before I kept the Feste, and maybe I'll get into those again, especially with the bigger tank. Hopefully coming this year, we'll see. But yeah, it's definitely got to be the Feste right now. Andrew said, what's next, guys? Cubans are what's next, Matt. Yeah, Andrew, I don't know. Have you ever seen some of my old video before I started kind of putting funny stuff on the video, like music and editing and all that stuff? It was just raw footage I just throw up there, kind of like an archive. And I used to put my Cubans up there, some like 30-second videos, minute videos, but I like my old male a lot. Cubans are great, and they were also very similar to the multifasciatus and even the Aslanums. They just go after your hand in the tank, bite you, and try to break through the glass to get you. So they're a real fun species. Cubans, I definitely have to do again, 100%. Now, the one stipulation is going to be, you know, I really want to get some new blood. I don't know, for whatever reason, I felt like some of the Cubans that I kept, they had some struggles. You know, I would have batches of fry that wouldn't do so well. You know, sometimes they would break out with this sort of fungal bacterial infection thing on the side of their bodies, and I'm not sure if that has anything to do with the stale blood in the hobby, or if it's just the species itself. So I think I would wait for some fresh blood, you know. Eric, that's your cue. Go get some wild-caught Cubans and get them in the hobby. That's your challenge, my friend. Thomas said, the Trimec fry, what male are off of? Honestly, Thomas, and I never try to hide anything. I had two batches. One batch was off of one male, one was off of the other. I combined them. So they're mixed, you know, they're which fry you get. So I could not keep 2 10-gallons with Trimex that were not moving. I was even, you know, possibly going to use them as feeders. They're just, they're Trimex, man. It seems like they're very popular in the hobby right now, and you can find them a lot of places and multiple different collection points. So it's not a top priority for me to grow up Trimec fry, and for that reason I combine the batches. Eric said your Deppies should move pretty well because they have nice color. Mine are growing fast. Yeah, we'll see. Well, for one, let's see if they have fry in the pot. What do you guys think? I haven't even looked in here. I know that I saw eggs near the upper top part of that pot a few days ago. And what do you think? By the way they are acting, do you think it's 100% sure there are fry in the pot right now? Or could they just be guarding a failed spawn? I don't know what I would guess. I would. This is my first spawn attempt with this pair, So I'm not sure how what their success rate has been, but I guess we'll see in a day or two, because that's my window to siphon the fry before they'll go straight up into that Aqua Clear 110 or all the other Carpentis in the tank. Start eating them. So we'll see soon. What else you guys got? Anything? Any questions? Eric, have you ever worked with the high-end angelfish or ultim? Nah. I have never even come close to touching angelfish, or I know almost nothing about them, other than I think they're, Eric, from what you've told me, sensitive species. And you know my water parameters, very hard, high pH. You tell me, would that be wise? And considering I'm not going to invest in an RO system or anything like that, I don't want to treat with chemicals or anything in water. It's just too much work. I'll keep the fish I can keep, the species I can keep, and if they don't work, then I move on, try something else. I think there's enough species that I should hopefully be able to keep successfully in my water. But I don't know, are angels a soft water fish? I really don't know. If they are, it's probably not going to work well over here. All right, guys. Eric, when are you going to start working on your YouTube channel? I know you got a lot to show. I got to see those wild-caught Feste pairs. You got some stunners over there, obviously. You got my old Japhirum pair. Those guys are going on, what, 7 years old now? When are you going to start showing that stuff off more, Eric? I know you do a lot of good stuff in the hobby as far as importing and distributing, which is awesome. You may not have time to do the videos, but I think a lot of people on here would love to see that stuff every now and then. Of course, man. I wish there was a way. I wish I could figure out plan the live video ahead. I tried it once, and then the time it was supposed to go live and get back into the video, I couldn't, and so the video, I don't know, was going live on its own. I can't figure this stuff out, guys. I'm just not good at this. So I just do the spur of the moment live, and that's all I can do. So if someone has an app or a better way of going about it, that would be cool if you let me know. Comment in the video. Tell me how to do this stuff. Remember, this is my first year trying to do this YouTube channel stuff, beyond using it as an archive to get the videos off my phone. So I'm all ears if you guys know this stuff better than me. Oh yeah, Eric's gonna start working on it soon. Uh-oh, Haiti is having some major issues at this time. I don't know if you guys saw that. I wasn't going to mention it unless Eric wanted to bring it up. He's it's been in the works of trying to bring some wild-caught Haitiensis, black nasties, Odos, which, you know, I think, you know, a lot of you guys know, have been in the hobby. That species, I think, is very stale. I don't know if we've seen any new wild-caughts brought in from them in a while now. I did remember maybe 2-3 years back, I thought Jeff Rapps got in some wild-caughts and he was working on hopefully breeding those. I don't know what came out of that. Actually, it's something I'll probably, you know, Kevin Cumberton has the business now, and I wonder if he inherited those, or if, you know, it just didn't work out. So anyways, Eric, we're all counting on you, so no pressure there. Wild-caught Odos. Get it done, my friend. You want to see? What do you want to see, guys? Anybody want to see the ponds? You know, I always ask in these live videos, does anybody want to see my ponds? And no one ever says yes. I think you guys just don't like the ponds. Or maybe it's my ponds. I'm just joking. What did you say, Eric? What the heck? Eric said, I'm counting on breeders like you to keep these fish I import in the hobby community. Yeah, Eric, I love to do that stuff. I'm always, as you know, very reserved, and I don't take a ton of risks. So with a species like Haitiensis, that I think is pretty well known for bloat, that's one I'm not sure I would jump into. I'll leave that to the experienced guys. People like myself maybe aren't meant for those tough species. Hey, look at that. That made my day. Golden Fish Tank said, let's see the pond. Oh, so did Eric. All right. Okay, guys, you ready? Don't judge me for the backyard. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to place this tripod so I can open the ponds, because they got this net stuff. You'll see my level of DIY pond net tops, or whatever the heck I made for them. It's not pretty, but and I don't even know if we're gonna get to see the fish in there, but we'll try. Here we go. All right, Vader. I don't know if you guys into planting tomatoes. Sorry, off topic. It's the only damn fruit or vegetable I can grow with success. Everything else, like these strawberries, ends up like that. It's terrible. Anyways, sorry, not cichlid related. All right, guys, so I have 3. So I got this 100 gallon, 100 gallon, and 300 gallon. And maybe I'll set this up right here. And lower this. Let's see. Let's see this real quick. Give me 1 second. So, in case you're wondering, I cover the ponds because I get ridiculous algae blooms and just green water in these things if they're uncovered. and I've tried the live plant thing, the floating plant thing, and those plants just die off in my tank. Like I have some right now, but they do not reduce and flourish like I see in other people's tanks. So I don't know what it is. That's something I really need help with. I'm terrible with live plants, but give me a second. Let me take this off. All right, so in here is the Braziliensis pair, and I don't know where to get to see them, but they are lucky fish because they're only about 4 or 5 inches. I already see the male; he's hanging out right under there, and they get this whole 300-gallon to themselves. And I don't think I've seen a spawn yet, so. We'll see if they come out a little bit. I think you guys can tell right there, the male. You could just see his fins. Got a little red and blue on the fins, and the female's hiding in this little concrete thing. Give me 1 second. Rotate the device. What is this thing talking about? Okay. In this pond, I am once again trying these live plants. And they are doing the same thing they always do. Dying off. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. I know I'm covering them up now, so that's probably the reason. But even when I didn't cover them, this is the same result. So anyways, you can kind of see, there you go. You can see a little glimpse of all the fry in here. I got Braziliensis fry in here. This 100-gallon, and they're doing pretty good. I wanted to see how they could manage in here, and we'll see during the winter at this size. But Golden Fish Tank says they die in his pond too. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I think maybe I have to dose it with the nutrients. I don't know. Kind of crazy. Hey, I'm gonna say your name wrong, and I apologize. Anand, from Mongolia. That's pretty damn cool. So, anyways, fry in there, and here's those little solar pumps that I was telling you about. And right now, the sun is only on one of them, and so that's the only one that's really pumping oxygen. But you could see connected to a sponge filter, and yeah, I mean, I got to clean the algae off these damn things every now and then, and I really siphon a ton of algae every single time I do water changes, and that's even with covering up this tank. But you know what? At least I can see through the water, because my first year or two I tried that, and I wasn't covering. Just green water. I couldn't even tell what was in the in the whole pond. It was nightmare. So anyways, that's why I kind of cover it now. And more of those plants I'm trying in here, and same result. We won't see any of these fish, but these are the Gymnogeophagus in here. So and I did confirm that I've seen eggs on the bottom of this pond before, so they may have had fry, and I did not see that through. I'm not sure. Anyways, I hope you guys like the ponds. It's not the prettiest thing to look at, but hey, it's cool to have some extra space outside when you need to use it. And all these fish are, they could take the colder waters, the Braziliensis and the I think it's Terra Purpura. Anyways, it's the Gymnogeophagus SPL Norte. So, and I used to do the True Texas out here. So those species can all take the cold. Well, it's not that cold in Southern California, but gets in the 40s, high 40s. So, Top Vader. Let's go back. Let's look down at the rest of the Carpentis in the community tank. So the remainder of these Carpentis in this tank, there is one male that I really like, and there's 2 or 3 other males I like as well, but right now they're just being used kind of as dithers, but I may move them at some point down the line. We'll see how everything pans out with the Deppy in the tank. Get my chair. So, yeah, Carpentis are doing good, I think. Deppy may have spawned for the first time. Okay. Hey, Anger Management Cichlids is on. Freddie, how you doing, bud? Well, let me go back. After, let's see, Golden Fish Tank said, I have better luck with lily pads in a pot. Huh. Shoot, I'll try anything at this point. Anger Management, Freddie said, it's the sun at a tarp. So, I mean, Freddie, I am covering them up with plywood. Probably the, the dumbest thing in the world, but I kind of used them because I got them laying around from building all these tank stands. So you're saying the tarp will help block the sun and the plants, help the plants survive? Or are you talking about just using the tarp instead of the plywood and the plants, not talking about the plants at all? I'll still fail with the plants regardless. Golden Fish Tank said, how long did you have these ponds up and running for? The 300 gallon I got first, probably 4 or 5 years ago. And I started with the True Texas Cichlids. And they did awesome. They bred nonstop. I only started with a male and a female, not even a pair. And they paired up, spawned. They had fry from who knows how many different batches, all sizes. And they did great for, I think, 3 years I kept them in there. And then I, kind of got a little bored of the species. Actually, what actually happened, I forgot. The damn male killed the female at some point. 300 gallons of space for a little, he wasn't even that big of a Texas, maybe 6-7 inch Texas. Had to kill the female. So at that point, I said, okay, well, I want to try new species anyways. So I moved to Texas, and I had the Braziliensis. I said, you know what? I think they can do the waters. That's what people are telling me. So I experimented with them outdoors, and they did fine. So now I'm trying their fry out there too. So, and those fry out in the pond, the Brazilian fry, are not the ones I'm moving. The ones I'm moving are indoors, and they're actually very similar in size, almost the same exact size. So let me know on those if you guys are interested. Eric said they serve their purpose. Yep, they definitely do. Freddie said, use your fence height to hook a 60% that blocks the sun from burning your water lettuce. Okay, so the sun, my amateur plant guy self, you know, and all I can grow are tomato plants successfully. So you're saying that the water lettuce is getting too much sun, and a tarp would block 60% of it and then still allow sun to go through, or I should just, you know, kind of try to portion 60% of each pond, blocks, you know, has shade the whole time, and then the other 40% has sun. Is that a better strategy? Right now, I'm actually probably blocking 80% of it with those plywood. And there's, you know, small slits, maybe 20 or 15% get sun. So I don't know. They don't look much better. I've been doing that. So I can't figure this out. I've tried the Java Fern, Anubias, and even the moss balls, those Marimo moss balls. And the moss balls are the only thing I could get to survive. You know, those things survive with no light, no nothing in the bottom tank. Man, I didn't do too well. I got what I thought were the easiest plants to grow in your tank, which are the Java Fern and the Anubias, and you know, they hung in there for a little bit, but they just did not make it. So I'm just, you know, I'm just not good at doing the live plant thing, even if they're outdoors in the pond. So Eric said, once the stimulus checks are out, you'll start moving those fry. I too have a bounce of F1 fry and more species being imported in a few weeks. All right. Stay tuned for that. Oh, Eric's question is the most common question I get, period. Is where do you get those slanted pots? And I could tell you, the first problem with finding those that I ran into in the very beginning was, what the heck are they called? So they're actually called fallen terracotta pots, I believe, fallen. And what they use them for, I think, is for strawberry plants, and you mount them with the bottom on a wall, basically, and then the strawberries can come out of them and hang over the side, or whatever plants, right? And so, for one, they're called fallen terracotta pots, and if you search for that title in Amazon, you will find a couple options. I've ordered the Amazon ones. They're not cheap, much more expensive than their standard pots, but I think they have multiple sizes. Yeah, they should be on Amazon. I found some, obviously on Craigslist, you know, people, but you also have to, some of the pottery shops, you know, like you go to the nurseries with plants and whatnot, all of mine don't carry these slanted pots. So some of them I know can order them, but I think it's kind of a special order basis. But I definitely go into your local place and ask them if they can order some and try them out. I really like them because you could actually, they can get in there a little bit. You can still see the fry and the eggs, and yeah, they're pretty good. Some of my favorite, along with the clay tubes. Those are my two favorite kind of tank decor or tools to use. So Freddie said, I'll do a quick video of mine and you'll see some plants. I can't think of the pond plant name. I can take full sun but not water. Okay, shoot, thanks for letting me know, and yeah, I'll definitely watch that video. Is there a better floating plant that does fine with full sun, that I could just throw that in there, and it will also prevent the green water, the algae, because that's really what I wanted. The purpose of them, why I've been trying to get them, is I've heard that it can stop the algae from going in there and taking over your tank, and so I've tried that, and then they just kind of suffer, and I still get the algae a little bit. So I use that, that algae killer thing in my tanks, along with the covering them up. So kind of a nuisance, but whatever. At least I can see the damn fish in the water, know what I have in there. Sometimes I find a dead lizard at the bottom, and if I couldn't see that, thing would be decaying and probably kill all my fish eventually. So gotta have the clear water. Freddie said Home Depot has but I've never seen them empty come with succulent. Costs like 20. Oh, okay. Yeah, so maybe they sell them with the succulents. And Freddie's right. I have seen the pots, but I think the ones I saw were a little bit bigger, and they were painted and had gloss on the outside of them. Maybe the inside too, I'm not sure. So they were more fancy. These ones are just kind of plain, just like your normal clay pot. So I don't know if it matters for breeding, their eggs being able to stick to the pot or not, if that makes a difference. But yeah, you're right. I have seen those painted ones, and they probably sell them with succulents already potted in there. So $22. It's not bad. Just get rid of those succulents. Just take the pot. Whew. All right, guys. Anything else? I know some of you, like Eric, have been here for the beginning. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate the support. Actually, more than that, I appreciate the back and forth conversation. What I would rather have? I would rather have like a full-on talking podcast. Why can't we all talk? At least have the option if you have a mic. That would be pretty damn cool. I'd love to just communicate back and forth and have discussions. I mean, but this is better than nothing. At least you guys can type, and you have to hear myself talk the whole time. But that's what we got. Trying to do this YouTube channel thing a little bit better. And check out Anger Management Cichlids channel, guys, if you get a chance. Got some awesome stuff there too. Man, he's got Freddie. I think you showed some video of your fest day out in the pond. Man, those are awesome. Female all colored up, and the male with a big nuchal hump. Oh God, I mean that's a dream. I would love to try that. I just a little bit scared to do that. Plus, I typically like to leave my stuff out there year round. Not, when I have to move them back in, I might not have the tank space and this and that, but that is pretty cool to see those festae out there in your pond setup. It's awesome. All right, guys. Well, if there's nothing new in the next 5 or 10 minutes, I'll probably adjourn this session. we'll call it. Yeah, hold on. Just as I say that, Freddie said, "I wish I can do year round. Get way too cold. Thanks for the shout out." Yeah, of course, bro. Yeah, man. I mean, what would it take to do a year-round pond thing? I mean, I'm guessing it would be incredibly expensive. You probably need to build some insulation around the pond, above the pond. I mean, at that point, you might as well just build an extra building out there with insulation. I don't even know, but it would be cool. Can't we all just live in Florida or Hawaii or somewhere tropical to be able to do that? But yeah, I've thought about that. Yeah, Florida, right? I've thought about that here. I'm wondering if, because I got that corner section, which is what my wife allows me to do those ponds in, and everything else in the backyard is off limits. I don't blame her. I stole almost the whole garage from her, and so I thought of you see those pictures of those thick acrylic front panels, so you can look through, and they're like 3 or 4 foot high, and I was like, man, you could do something like that in the corner, and maybe that acrylic gives enough insulation, and do something like a cover to a little bit of heat, and have a 800 watt heater out there. That would be pretty cool to see your fish and have maybe Fest Day out there year round or something. I don't know. I have heard my buddy keeping Carpentis outdoors year round in the 50s water temp. I've never tried that yet. I'm not sure. I mean, it sounds like it's just a stretch. It's probably not the best thing for the fish, but sounds like they were able to take it. I don't know. I perhaps might try that with some of the fry in the future. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know what other species I could really, give that a shot. Other stuff from Uruguay and further south and whatnot. But yeah, that would be interesting. Golden Fish Tank said he lives in New Jersey, and he opens his pond in April, closes it in mid-October. He brings the goldfish inside in the winter because it's just too cold. Yeah, New Jersey, yeah. I have some family that lives in Toms River, New Jersey, and, I do know that it can get cold up there. I don't know what you could do. Everything probably freezes over, right? I mean, right, below 32. So you wouldn't be able to keep any of those species out there. Yeah, and you know what was interesting, before I had the ponds, what made me want to try the pond was I was following a guy on Instagram who is a fly fisherman, and he would always go into and post his pictures of his catch. I think he releases, and then he started posting a bunch of Texas cichlids. And so I started messaging him, and he said he catches these Texas cichlids in sometimes just above freezing, 30s water temperatures. And I was just like, wow, I didn't know they can take that temperature. So I said, hey, I could definitely do a pond of those then. And I gave it a shot, and it worked year round, no heater. They did really good. So, and then I started to think, what other species can I do that? And then I got the Braziliensis year round. They've done a whole year. Great. And I got the Gymnogeophagus out there. My buddy, who I got them from, he does them out there year round. So, yeah, I'm always like, what else can I try out there for the next species that I attempt? We'll see. Let me know if you guys have any good experience with that. Freddie Anger Management said, I try Benai because I was told they can take cold, but once they hit 50, they were way too lethargic and brought them back. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's probably a smart move. Man, 50s for Benai? That's interesting. And Freddie, I mean, you know, because you keep a bunch of different variants of Benai, different populations. I mean, that's a species that I've thought is kind of bloat prone and whatnot. Wouldn't maybe taking them to the extreme of their cold they can take, would that exacerbate the bloat symptoms? I don't know. Or is it all diet, stress? Maybe cold is somewhat stress. Anyways, that seems it's pretty cool. You tried that and you didn't fail. You brought them back inside, but it's very interesting. So, Freddie, the coldest temps that I get in my ponds out here are high 40s, and probably 49, 48. And I've done the temperature gun to check it out. And probably, of course, maybe you've noticed, you know, when it's in those temperatures during the winter, the fish are very lethargic. They're not eating. You know, I'll throw just 1 or 2 pellets in there. Check back in 3 or 4 days, they didn't eat them. I don't know, they're not complete, they're not in like hibernation mode. I'll go in there and check them out every week, you know, just to make sure they're okay. And they'll move around fine, a little bit slower. I can almost pick them up in my hand without netting them. That's how easy they are to catch. But they'll swim around, they're fine, and they do well. So, you know, I don't know if you thought of that, you know, trying some of those species up there year round, if, you know, they might be able to take it. I bet you the Texas cichlids can take it. I don't know about the Braziliensis, but yeah, if you ever want to try that year round, give it a shot, man. That might be fun. Golden Fish Tank said, I kept native fish in the pond with no problem over the winter. Huh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's neat. It's always neat to see the differences, individual differences in the species, and, you know, temperature, toleration, you know, different things, food they like, and all this and that. You know, and funny story, when I first started with the pond stuff, you know, I didn't have it covered, you know, and I would get this green water and algae everywhere. And I don't know if you know, I tested my pH in my ponds during the algae craze, and it was capped out. I think it was at the purple color, which means 10.0 or higher. It could not read higher than 10.0. And so the pH was just extremely high, you know, tons of algae. And the Texas cichlids, you know, I mean, maybe they were not liking it, I don't know, but they did totally fine with it. They were breeding with that. It was ridiculous, you know. And then I figured, you know, I eventually just decided I got to cover the tanks or cover the ponds. You know, at 10.0 can't be great for the fish long term, even if they can handle it short term. So then I got to avoid that and use a little bit of stuff that prevents the algae, but we learn as we go, right? So let's go around a little bit. Altifrons. Loving these guys. You can't see almost anything on them because of the video quality gets dumbed down on these, but I'm loving these things, guys. Cribroheros altifrons. Go look them up, check them out. Very unique looking fish, I feel. Costa Rica, this population is from. Fun stuff. Let's move around before we end this video. What else? Anybody want to see anything? Try to get close with the Alfari. I have this one Alfari in here that right there. Tail got destroyed before I got him, actually. I'm guessing that tail will not grow back. What do you guys think? Is it down to the nub where it can't return? Let me know. Anyways, the rest of them are looking pretty good. I like this really fucking big one. I think it's a male. Anyways, guys, can we see the Stalsberry before they hide? I'm sure Freddie's interested in these Stalsberry. Are they gonna hide? Are they gonna hide? This female always spawns right there on that driftwood. That male gets a nice little nuchal hump. I wish it would come out. I'll do a Stalsberry update video, hopefully this week. You gotta check it out. But there he is. Freddie, check that male out. I know you've kept the species before, but I haven't. This is my first time, going on a year. But you know, and these Stalsberry, I've had the issues. You know, the stringy poops and the sensitive stomach and the picky eater thing. I may have figured out a way to, at least temporarily, maybe permanently, get rid of it. So I'll go ahead and talk about that in the video, the update video. Anyways, guys, let's get in close with this male before we leave here. Golden Fish said, yes, I just checked my pH at the end of day 9.0, but early in the morning 7.5. Huh, fluctuates that much, it's crazy. Freddie said, some of the beanite that I've had, that bloat, it took him outside to the pond, and a week or two later it went away. Wow. Is the water cooler out in the pond, I'm guessing? Maybe the bloat has something to do with the higher water temps? I don't even know. That's interesting. Maybe they're just less stressed in the pond. Pond life is the good life. Who knows? Let's see, what else? Freddie said, I noticed they eat string algae and duckweed, kind of like what dogs do, and grass and stomach. Oh yeah, that makes sense. And you know what? I'll just talk about it in the Stalsberry. You know, I've had that white stringy poop thing issues, and you know, they all got like white stringy poops hanging down. And this wild caught group has been a kind of a pain in my butt. And then they become real picky eaters, and you know, their stomachs look like they're, you know, getting sucked in. And someone gave me advice that I should try shelled peas. You know, soften them up in the microwave a little bit, take the shells off, and then I also soak them in garlic guard. And I started doing that once a week, and there's like almost no white stringy poops on any of the fish. Their appetites are getting better. They eat the peas really well. I would never have thought. And they're doing better. So, you know, may have hope for the wild-caught group after all. I was almost going to go to Plan B, which is, you know, the wild-caughts die off on me, I get rid of them, and then I rely on my F1s, some F1 fry to start my colony, because I know out of the first batch of F1 Stalsbergy fry, which are all gone right now, all the people who have them, they're just looking incredible. Huge eaters, growing fast, no stringy poops, no issues whatsoever. I don't know if Eric is still on. Maybe you could speak to that. Eric has some, and I think they're doing great. So that made me a little jealous, because I was like, man, I want some Stalsbergy that don't have issues. But we'll see. Maybe the pea thing is the solution, or maybe it's just a temporary thing. I don't know. How's this male? This is the other male. You see, you got a little nuchal. It gets bigger when he's breeding dress, spawning and whatnot, but I don't know. We'll see. Got that third male, which maybe I'll go with him instead. I would have thought that there'd be some breeding activity in this tank since they've been divided, but no. Looks like the group thing is really beneficial to them spawning. I don't know. Let's see. Put them outside for the summer. I was going to tell you about it. Help with it. Oh, huh. Yeah, Stalsbergy outside. Man, it makes me really nervous with the fact that my pH could just be off the charts. I actually should test it. There's no algae bloom or going crazy in there, so I'm wondering what it would be at. But filtration is at a minimum. Oxygen is at a minimum. I'm not sure my ponds are set up to handle some species. I don't know, but that could solve it possibly. I don't know. All the algae, maybe they eat that stuff. But I'm going with the peas right now and seeing if that that'll do the trick once a week, and it seems to be working so far. So Savage Cichlids, what's up, my man? Do your males ever turn black? My Texas do. Yeah, I think I have, like you're talking about the breeding dress, the black throat and coloration. Yeah. Check out some of my my Blue Texas videos. I think maybe the best one might be the one that 3 pairs in one tank, I think it's called. There's 3 spawning pairs in there, and I think one or two of the males have the black coloration. So yeah, they do. The females more. You'll see more of a noticeable change, but some of my males have in the past. And you saw that Deppy pair, or maybe you missed it, but earlier on we were looking at the Deppy, and there's probably a spawn in that pot, and only the female has that coloration right now. The male doesn't seem to have it, so I don't really know. Maybe the males don't do that frequently or with every spawn, or maybe they just don't get like that sometimes. I don't know. So Savage said mine is like 3 inches and is super aggressive and black, but I don't have a female Texas. Is it possible that he's showing off for a different species? Huh? Maybe. I mean, there's other females, different species in the tank. Yeah. I think guys use these carpus for their hybrid projects all the time. I think they hybridize pretty easily. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not really much of a hybrid guy, but I think they use these for red Texas. I don't know. Now this male wants something here. Hey, bud. I am F. Brad. I'm F. Brad. Thanks, bro. Tuning in here. I might not. I might call this live video here shortly. It's going on almost 2 hours, but it's always fun to sit here and chat with you guys. And you know, just open format, whatever we want to talk about, show, anything. So I don't know, I enjoy this stuff, guys. I don't know about you. Oh, thanks, Savage. Appreciate it. Just trying to do some YouTube channel stuff, you know. The last goal I have for the YouTube thing is not to be a YouTube famous or anything like that. I don't even like to be on the damn video, and it took me years before I started doing the commentary and talking. It's just not, I'm just not that personality type. But I remember watching, you know, people do updated fish room update videos, you know, back in the day, and man, I just really look forward to everybody, those other channels doing their updates on their fish, because everybody's got different species, and you see all your fish every single day. It's so cool to see someone else's fish. So, you know, I think my goal for doing these videos on this channel is just to give back and say, hey, if you guys want to see this stuff, you know, I like to see everybody else's, so why not, right? So anyways, hope you guys like it. Hopefully I can keep doing it for as long as possible, you know, before hopefully I don't get too busy, life and family and work, but I plan on doing it, and the live videos are fun too. Thanks, Savage. I got here late, undoubtedly. It's cool, man. It's so hard to, like I said, I don't know how to plan these damn things out. And I tried to set up a live video so that it goes, you know, it starts maybe in like 30 minutes, you know, in the future. And I couldn't get back in and take control over the live video. I couldn't figure it out. So now the only way I know is to just do a spur of the moment live video. But I do try to stay on for at least 2 hours. So you just stop by, say hi, or hang out the whole time, whatever you guys want to do. And I know I'm trying to do these things once a month at least, but they'll just come whenever I have free time. So, and again, no format in these things. Whatever you want to see, whatever you want to talk about, feel free to comment, ask, whatever. Okay, question. Brad said, how many gallons total do you have? Well, let me see here. I'm not great with math, but you can tally these up. Okay, you got your calculator open. I'm going to look at these here. 240, 120, 120, 150, 180, 100, 90, 4 75s, 4 of the 75 gallons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 40 breeders, a 60, 6 10 gallons, and I think that's it. It should be like 23 tanks total. And of course, hopefully get that another 300-gallon tank that I've been searching for months now, but I can't find a good used deal. The new tank is just going to cost a lot, so I'm just holding off. Get that 300-gallon hopefully, and maybe I will get back into the Umbi. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I know Freddie's still on. Freddie's an Umbi guy. Check out his old Gorillas black Umbies, man. The blue and the black, so amazing. Amazing fish. Eric said, I'll update you when the new fish come in. Thanks, bro. And again, check out Eric, guys. Get his contact info. Importer of wild-caught fish. That's where all my Feste came from. Also where I got my Trimax. He's a really good source for fish. Freddie also, I know he distributes, he breeds and sells. That's Anger Management Cichlids, so check him out as well. And he's got a YouTube channel going, so see some of his beautiful fish. Check out his Trimax. I think he just posted them recently. His Feste in the pond. If anybody else has a channel too and got stuff, please share that information, guys. Just here for networking, help each other out in the hobby, right? So Brad, did you add all the gallons up? And I forgot the gallons in the backyard too, Brad, so you'll have to add another 500 gallons there. So I don't know what that comes out to, but it comes out to a pretty decent water bill, I can tell you that. And electric bill, especially during the winter. So it's I guess you could say it's not cheap doing this. I do try to cover some of my costs by doing the breeding and distributing thing, but that only covers some of them. You sure have to love this hobby to do this. I would not be doing this if I didn't like doing it. So anyways, not cheap at all. Yeah, funny story. When my wife and I first got this house, I didn't have many tanks at my garage previously, but I started getting all these tanks, and then the electric bill went from like $100 to like $300 during the winter. And she was just like, why is the electric bill going up so much? It's ridiculous. And I was just trying to convince her that, she's just plugging in her iPad and her laptop. It's just draining all the power. But in reality, it was all the damn heaters working hard during the winter to maintain the temperatures in the tanks. So I think she finally figured that one out. But I'm very fortunate she allows me to do this stuff and take up most of the garage to do this. So yeah, I think I'm a lucky guy there. It's what keeps me from going nut at work, knowing I'm coming home to, yeah, bud. Freddie, I feel you, man. And even more so, because, I got a lot of fun hobbies I like to do. I can't do them that much with kids and family. And then pandemic, the last, oh my God, year and a half or year plus, being stuck at home. Can't do some of your hobbies like go fishing, on boats or whatever you like to do. And what do you have? Obviously your family, that's amazing. But if I didn't have a hobby that I could just, what the heck is this guy doing? But this guy moved the damn thing. If I don't have a hobby like keeping fish in your home that you could do, you'd go crazy, guys. And so it's just an amazing hobby. If I didn't have these tanks, you know, I'd just be watching everybody else's fish on YouTube. Hopefully everybody be updating, because I love watching this stuff. Freddy, how do you like my Freddy? I guess it's not a Freddy anymore. Or does he still keep the Freddy name? He just lost his scientific name. Anyways, that was a bad joke. Sorry, guys. Nice, man. Yeah, you got the family. You got your son, Freddie. You got your son helping on the tanks too. That's awesome. I got to get my kids working. It's going to be their chores, you know, cleaning the tanks. Yeah, oh, that's right. You got Frederickstall as well, or multifasciatus too, right? And don't you have the La Ceiba variant? It's been a while since I've seen you post them, I think. Anyways, those are something. Those are pretty fish. Okay, guys. I don't know what else we're going to look at here, but I'm going to get back to a Sunday of family stuff soon here. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Always have fun in these things, guys. So yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you all you guys, and I'll leave on this note. A couple females fighting. Man, male breaking up the fight. Anyways, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in and commenting and feedback and all that stuff. So keep in touch and look for the other channels, guys, that a couple guys were mentioning in here. Check their stuff out when you got some time. All right, guys. Thanks. Take care.